to the YouTube channel Pro Enzo Vids, and this is my Game 2 of State of Origin match preview for 2023. So here we are. State of Origin is back in 2 days' time from now to Wednesday, and it's sudden death because if the Blues win, it does come down to a sudden death game where it's do or die, and it's 1-1 that levels the series if we win on Wednesday. And as for Queensland, they win, well, the series is as good as gone, and Blues can't win anymore, and Queensland have gone 2-0 and have the potential to go on a 3-0 clean sweep if they win on Wednesday. Let's hope not anyway. But look, obviously it should be a great game on Wednesday at Suncorp Stadium, where it's not normally a great venue for Origin footy. So I'm expecting it to be a sold out crowd, hopefully. And yeah, look, obviously the Blues last game, which was in Adelaide, they weren't great. They were close, but they weren't good enough, and some of our biggest issues were exposed. Like, I thought our backs were exposed because Queensland's ball movement was too much quicker and too much better. Our errors cost us many times there. Like, our discipline was not good enough, and I think Queensland sort of exploited that, and they used our errors as an advantage themselves and played the footy that they have been probably training to do, very fast footy and very tough footy in the middle, where they've probably targeted us quite a bit as well. And yeah, guys like Walsh, Cherry Evans, Munster, Grant, and the forwards and Tino, Faisal Malawi and Carrigan, they all lifted and they all did their job, and that's what Blues need to do in Game 2, is do their job and stick to, I guess, what they're told to do, because I think they'll just try to overplay their hand too many times in the players. So it does shape up to be a very interesting Game 2, but let's hope for New South Wales and the Blues' sake that we come out on top. But yeah, look, this is my Game 2 State of Origin preview for 2023, and let's get into it. Now, some key changes for the Blues actually that's been reported, and there seems to be a swap with the wingers, changing sides, with now looking like Stephen Crichton and Josh Adokar will line up on the right edge together, I believe. And as for the other side, Tom Trbojevic and Brian Toto will line up together on the left edge, I think. So, interesting move there, because I think back in 2021, Toto and Tom Trbojevic played there together, and I think they played really well together as that centre-wing combination. So, personally, I'm a fan of that change, because obviously them two played well together before, but just in general, the whole change by Freddie, I think it's a good tactic, because maybe Crichton and Toto together just maybe not, good enough for Origin. I think they are obviously well connected and obviously are very close mates of each other and do play well together when they play for Penrith at club level. But I think just it's necessary to me to see maybe them two split up, because I don't know if that's good enough for Origin. We need some changes, and I think swapping them two around might help, because I think Crichton and Adokar together, obviously both of them will bet the Bulldogs together. So I think them two, as players themselves, will connect really well. And I think Crichton will give a lot of ball out to Adokar too. So the Fox needed more ball in Game 1, but Game 2 should get more outside Crichton. And with Tom Trbojevic and Brian Toto, well, I think, like I said before, they've connected really well before, back in 2021 as a centre-wing combo back then. But yeah, I think the thing is, though, them two, obviously Tom normally plays right centre, but I think, yeah, left centre outside Toto would be good, because I think Tom knows how to get the ball to Toto, and obviously, you need to give the ball to Toto because he's such a dominant runner and is a very hard player to tackle. So, look, as a Blues fan, I'm a fan of the change that Freddie's made here. I think it's a good strategy. All right, on to my key matchups now for both New South Wales Blues and Queensland Maroons. So, out of 3 players in 3 positions, I will go through the ones I believe are most critical for Wednesday night. So, the first one, in my opinion, it goes down to the centres, and I believe they'll be playing against each other as well. Stephen Crichton v Hammerside Tedboy Fido. I think that's a battle to look forward to, because obviously the Hammer had a big game in Game 1, and it wasn't purely because Tom was bad. It was just because Queensland used Hammerside a lot better, and they found ways of getting through that sort of defensive side. And obviously, yeah, Game 1 was a breakout game for Hammerside, but now Crichton being there, who's normally a good defender and doesn't get sucked in as often. I mean, Tom didn't either, but I think just with that change, maybe just Crichton himself will be good up against Hammerstone. So I think that's a good battle to look out forward to. I think that's pretty crucial because Hammer was the Queensland, well, just about was the Maroons' best player last time. So got to shut him down, and I think Crichton is the man to do that. As to the other positions, I think Luai v Munster is huge because now with Cleary out for the Blues, which is massive, Luai has extra responsibility to stand up and lead this team. And you know what? In game one, I know people are still going to criticise him because people are idiots these days and they're going to find ways to bash our best players from the game one. And because he's, in their opinion, a grub, people are going to have their say on it, which I think is wrong. But I think the way he played in game one, it's an Origin-like performance, and he gave it his all, gave it his heart. So you have to reward players with that sort of grit that they showed. So now with Cleary out, Luai has to really stand up and be that man that takes control. So him versus Munster, who had a great game one, will be a battle to watch. And the last one, I believe, is the biggest one out of them all. Daly Cherry Evans versus Mitchell Moses. I think them two versus each other is a huge battle because battle of the halfbacks, and obviously Daly Cherry Evans outplayed Cleary in game one, but now that Cleary's out, Moses steps in, and Moses has been, I hate him, but he's been in better form for the Eels. He has been pretty good recently. Can't handle big moments, I don't believe. He's not a big moment player. He's flopped before in Origin, and in big moments, he's not any better than Cleary, I don't believe, at Origin level anyway. But at least Cleary could win grand finals and be better in finals in general. But look, Moses for the state needs to step up. I think he needs to have a big series, or a big game too, more importantly. Because Cherry Evans has been killing it for the Maroons as the captain and stuff. So he has to somehow play better than DCE in order to win. But I'm worried about Moses. I'm telling you, I'm very worried. But they're my three big key matchups for Wednesday night. On to the players that both New South Wales and Queensland have to look out forward to from both sides. I think for the Maroons, the player that they have to look out for from the Blues, I reckon, is Damien Cook and his impact, because I reckon Damien Cook will have a big impact for the Blues. Like, I think, him being gone for a little while now and obviously being dropped by Freddie, I think now he making his return this Origin series, I think it's huge. I know he's most likely to start off the bench because there's rumours that Reece Robson will start a hooker, who's the new name in the Blues camp, and Damien Cook might start off the bench. And personally, I don't hate that idea. I don't hate it because I think that's a plan that Freddie's put together, and I think having Cook's impact off the bench might be good, as long as he runs, though, because I think Cook's been a little bit run shy recently. So if he runs the ball, I think he'll kill it, hopefully. And Robertson is obviously an all-guts tackle player, so I think that's a smart move. But I think that the Maroons need to look out for Damien Cook, because obviously Appy's a big loss for us, I know that, but Cook has proven before he can terrorise the Queensland pack with his speed and his running game. So if he can add that to his game again for this game, it's going to cause some havoc for the Maroons, I think, at Suncorp. And hopefully that counts to an ambush, hopefully. But I think Cook's ready to make a statement. I believe he is. And as for the Maroons player that the Blues have to look out forward to, I reckon the player that they have to watch out forward to, I have to say Reece Walsh, because I think Walsh in game one terrorised us. He had a great debut for the Maroons, and we shouldn't let someone like Reece Walsh in debut, have an easy, game like that, because, Walsh is a great player, obviously, but you got to heckle him and do stuff to him on debut, because you don't let debutants get away with it easily in Origin, because it's a totally different ball game and different speed compared to club level. So in Origin, the forwards should have gotten up and bashed him and should have taken him out. That's what it's all about in Origin. That physicality. So, he just got too much space in game one. Like, he got too much ball at the back that created opportunities for his outside men. And I don't think we were good enough in containing him and some other players like DC and Munster that gave him space. So, Reece Walsh is a player that we have to look out for too. And hopefully the Blues can shut him down in game two. On to my first and anytime try scorers now for both the Maroons and the Blues. So for the Maroons, I'd say for Wednesday night, my anytime try scorers will be Xavier Coates making his return to Origin because Selwyn Cobbo's out. So I reckon Coates on a turf he's very familiar with will score a try. I reckon Harry Grant for dummy half might score 2, which wouldn't be good because that just shows the leaks in our forward pack if that's the case. And I can also see Cameron Munster scoring a try as well for the Maroons anytime. And for the Blues, my try scorers for them, I think with the change of Stephen Crichton and Josh Adokar playing together, I can see it benefiting, and I think Adokar will score a try in Origin. I can also see a back row scoring, like I can see Cameron Murray scoring a try. I think he's 50-50 to play, but I think for now he'll play. But I can see him just chasing a kick off a grubber, and he'll chase and score Murray. And I can also see I'll back Turbo for a try. I think Turbo was a bit, unfortunately, didn't get enough ball, didn't get enough opportunities to run his own show and get an opportunity to score a try. But that's because of Freddie not giving him that roaming license. Like with Latrell out, I think it's just all but certain that Freddie needs to give Turbo that roaming license for good. So I think maybe if he does get a roaming license, he'll score a try. But if he doesn't, then unfortunately he'll be crammed up and quiet in game 1. So Freddie, be smart and give that man a roaming license. And first try scorer, I will go with Maroons, unfortunately, to score first. And I reckon they'll be through. It'll be through Val Holmes. I think Val Holmes will score first. Got those weird feelings in a crossover, but hopefully the Blues come back and win. And on to my final tip for game 2 on Wednesday. Man, this is tough because this is not going to look good if I back against the Blues, which I'm going to do. Unfortunately, I can't see the Blues winning with Mitchell Moses at halfback. I have to be honest. I don't think he's the one that's going to guide us to victory. He's proven too many times to failure over and over again. He fails more times than I've seen any halfback, I'd say, in a big moment. So you can't trust him, and I think he's not going to allow us a victory on Wednesday. Unfortunately, at Suncorp, with the Maroons having the advantage there, it's going to help them way too much. And I don't trust Freddie. Not just Moses, I don't trust Freddie either. I think Freddie is losing the playing group in some ways. I just don't think his tactics are going to benefit us anymore. I just don't think what he's building is going to be strong enough to overcome Queensland, and that's why I think Queensland will win. I think just having a win at game 1 in Adelaide is huge confidence, and that confidence will boost them into game 2 at Suncorp. So unfortunately, I have to go Queensland 20 points to 18. It'll be very close, but I think one more try will seal it at the end there for Queensland. And man of the match, I reckon man of the match is going to be Harry Grant. I think Harry Grant's going to have a big game. I think he'll stand up and do a job. And yeah, I think his running game, and I think he'll score a try too, like I said before. Yeah, I think he'll get man of the match at Suncorp, and he'll guide Ryan to a victory, I reckon. But look, you might call me a fake supporter now, and I don't blame you for calling me a fake supporter for backing against my state, but I don't know, just it hurts. But I just want to see us prove first that we can, challenge a bit more, because we're not challenging them enough. So I just want to see us turn up in game 2. But for now, I have to go Queensland. But that's my preview for game 2 of State of Origin. My bad. Of game 2 State of Origin for Wednesday night. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment your tips and predictions in the comment section down below. But go the Blues and bring on State of Origin.